Desert pests. Get rid of them. Get Arid. Arid Pest Control has had experience with Pahrump Desert Pests since 1995. Licensed and insured, Arid has low rates, no contracts, and no initial fees. Bees, spiders, scorpions, outside or inside. We've seen it, and we'll take care of it. Arid Pest Control. For extreme reliability and extreme peace of mind, call today, 727-8343.
Longevity isn't very long. You either go to prison or you get whacked.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating, new, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. Thanks for joining us on Ace Country Radio, and we're also streaming at KPVM.TV. We're also on your Roku devices. It is Tuesday, May 12th. And our top story, info coming in today from an organization by the Skydog Ranch, reports that 6 Nevada wild horses unfortunately wound up in a Texas kill pen. News 25's Jillian Tuck has this report.
According to Skydog Ranch, an Oregon-based rescue organization focused on protecting wild horses, the 6 3-year-old fillies were recently identified in a so-called kill pen in Texas, where horses are often held before being transported to Mexico for slaughter. 5 of the horses were captured during Bureau of Land Management roundup and later entered a well-known prison training program designated to make wild horses more adoptable. The 6th horse was born at a BLM holding facility in Winnemucca. Skydog Ranch says the horses were sold through the BLM's Sale Authority program, which allows titled horses to be purchased for as little as $25 with immediate ownership transferred, bypassing the traditional year-long adoption process. The group alleges that some buyers are violating federal agreements that prohibit the resale of horses for slaughter. Claire Staples, founder and president of Skydog Ranch, called the situation a failure at every level, saying the young horses are rounded up as foals, trained through a rehabilitation program, and still end up in the slaughter pipeline within weeks. The organization says it has filed 6 formal complaints with the Bureau of Land Management requesting the repositioning of the horses allegedly obtained through the fraudulent process and calling for enforcement action against violators. Skydog has also claimed federal records show that the Sale Authority program has increased by 250% during fiscal year 2025. Southwestern Wilds says on Facebook, "This is absolutely heartbreaking and deeply disturbing. 6 Nevada wild horses ending up in Texas kill pens is not just an isolated incident. It's a point to a system that is failing these federally protected animals." Bureau of Land Management has not yet publicly responded to the latest allegations.
And News 25's election coverage continues tonight as we showcase Brett Fish, candidate for Nye County Commissioner seat, District 5. He was in our studios recently speaking with Chris Palermo.
Chris Palermo, News 25, and it's my pleasure to be with Brett Fish here in Pahrump. Brett is putting himself out there and is running in District 5, County Commissioner. Brett, thank you so much for coming to KPVM-TV today.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So we're going to talk about some important issues to you. We had a little bit of a pre-interview before we came on here. One of the points, and we see a lot of your back and forth with voters, maybe online. You want to talk about the establishment. You told me that. What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the establishment has been going on I've lived here for 26 years, and I know it's time to step up and end it. It's just been going on too long. The brotherhood, the not listening to the people of Pahrump, the residents of Pahrump and the citizens of Nye County. They don't listen. I've been to the BOCC meetings, and they kind of they roll their eyes. You know, they don't listen.
Okay.
And it's time to end it.
You're hoping to change that?
Yes.
Okay, and as we go related to that, there are some important issues, for example, the Great Basin issue and then the Medi Waste. So if you want to elaborate a little bit on that, your thoughts on that.
I say no to the Medi Waste Disposal LLC. It's a wrong decision for Nye County. It really is. I mean, we're getting solar panels. Now they want to put their trash in our backyard. 4 gas stations on every corner. It's ridiculous. I've driven up and down Homestead for 26 years, and now with that median in there, I don't know who thought that up.
Tell us a little bit about your background. I'm just going to gather that you're not a politician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I have been professionally licensed for 30 years. It'll be 31 years at the end of this year. I started out in California as a real estate agent in 1995, and I moved to Nevada in 1997, which I still held a license in California to 2006, and I had the license from 2007 and ended up as being a broker here in Nevada and Pahrump, and I turned my broker's license in 2012, which I then got into insurance. I was selling life and health, property and casualty. I mainly sold life insurance. So I've been in thousands and thousands of kitchen tables, and I've mastered the art of, I say reading people, the human factor, and I want to continue that. And I mean, I've got 1,400 hours plus of continuing education in land use, contract law, business brokerage, and just being out there in public service. I want to bring that service to Nye County.
In more local news, First Choice Pregnancy Center right here in Pahrump is hosting a special dessert auction this weekend at the Bob Ruud Community Center.
On Saturday, May 16th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., First Choice Pregnancy Center will host its annual dessert auction at the Bob Ruud Community Center here in Pahrump. The event is expected to feature a variety of dessert items, community participation, and opportunities to support the organization's ongoing services and programs within the community. Nancy Irwin with First Choice Pregnancy Center stopped by the News 25 studio to share more information about the upcoming event and what attendees can expect and how the community can get involved.
Hi, I'm Nancy Irwin with First Choice Pregnancy Center in the Calvada I. This Saturday we're going to be having our annual dessert auction at the Bob Ruud Center from 11 to 2. We would love to have you come out and sponsor us and bring either a dessert or even purchase a dessert. We will be having the bids on all the desserts, including children. So if you have a child that loves to bake, they are also welcome to bring their dessert. And we do have trophies for those categories as well as the adults. So I hope to see everyone there. Also, we'll be there in the Fall Festival with our changing diaper station and our Nana's Bananas. We're raising the money for our everyday operations for the center, and if we need diapers, wipes, or if we need to help a client out with some type of a furniture, which a high chair or pack and play, stroller, any of that type of furniture. You can find us online. The website is pregnancypahrump.com, and our phone number is 775-751-2229. We're open Monday through Thursday from 12 to 4. Wednesdays is from 10 to 4. Drop by anytime. We'd love to give you a tour. Again, we're having the dessert auction this Saturday at the Bob Ruud Center, which is May 16th from 11 to 2. Come and support us.
The dessert auction is open to the public, and organizers encourage residents to come out, enjoy a sweet treat, and support the cause through the community fundraiser.
And as we head to break, we just have to say, go Knights, go! They're tied up right now, and we'll tell you what to expect in tonight's match after this break.
Hurt in a wreck? The insurance company is going to offer you a little check. We turn low offers into big checks.
Hurt in a wreck? You need a real check? Make one call, that's all.
Murder and row is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
This March, it's a declaration of deals all month long at Saida Trudeau Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. We're declaring savings across the lot, and it starts with no payments for 90 days. Right now, get into a brand new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn or Laramie with available 0% financing for 60 months. Or take up to $6,500 in max savings. Every Ram is backed by America's best full-size truck powertrain limited warranty, 10 years or 100,000 miles. That's confidence you can count on. We're proud to be Pahrump's original hometown dealer. Family-owned, veteran-owned, and operated for over 24 years. Serving our community with integrity isn't just business, it's personal. The declaration of deals is happening now at Saida Trudeau Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, where America shops for trucks. Come see us today and declare your deal.
When it comes to your safety and security, Pahrump Lock and Safe comes to mind. Pahrump Lock and Safe has been providing security and peace of mind throughout southern Nevada. Of course, you know about their 24/7 emergency service, but there's more. Pahrump Lock and Safe offers safe opening and repair, high security safe service, electronic locks, high security locks, access control systems, and much more services. Call 702-379-8441. Pahrump Lock and Safe, your key to security.
You know, an author once said, before you have a dog, you can't quite imagine what living with one might be like. And afterwards, you can't imagine living any other way. I don't know evil, jealousy, or hate. To sit with a dog on a glorious day is like heaven. Or doing nothing isn't. It's peaceful. When the right dog finds the right human, it's as if it always was and always will be. They protect each other, love each other, teach each other. More importantly, they never let the other down.
In a wreck, need a check.
In a wreck?
Need a check?
In a wreck?
Need a check?
Hurt in a wreck and need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, listen up, hockey fans. The best of 7 series is tied at 2 games apiece between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Anaheim Ducks. Game 5 is tonight. Here's Mikey Ruhan with sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. The Vegas Golden Knights and Anaheim Ducks are tied at 2, which means tonight's Game 5 in Vegas is basically hockey's version of Who Forgot to Text Back First. Puck drops at 6:30 p.m., or approximately the same time Vegas fans start stress-eating arena nachos like they're part of the defensive strategy. Meanwhile, the Las Vegas Aces hit the road for Connecticut with games Wednesday and Friday. The Aces are hoping the East Coast trip goes smoother than most people's red-eye flights. Big news on the ice. The PWHL is expected to announce Las Vegas as the league's 10th franchise as early as Wednesday at T-Mobile Arena. Local girls' hockey organizations have been invited for the announcement event, proving once again that hockey in the desert somehow went from that'll never work to build more ice. And in local sports, Pahrump Valley heads to Sparks for the 2026 State Track Championships at Proctor Hug High School. Go Trojans! And that's your look at sports on News 25.
In more powerful news, Valley Electric Association wants to tell you what you should do if you happen to come across a downed power line, because it might look harmless, but one wrong move could be deadly. At Valley Electric, safety starts with awareness, and knowing what to do in those critical moments could save a life.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
Welcome to Empowering Safety with Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. In today's video, we will talk about road safety and downed power lines. Driving close to power lines is usually safe, but accidents can happen unexpectedly. Do you know what to do if you come across downed power lines? Step 1, stay inside your vehicle for safety. It's often safer than being outside with live cables. Simultaneously, dial 911 for immediate assistance. Step 2, also ensure that no one approaches the vehicle. It's advisable to maintain a distance of at least 50 feet from the car. Step 3, if there's smoke or gas, you'll need to prepare to exit the vehicle. Stand near the car's edge, cross your arms around your body, and when ready, jump out of the vehicle. Land firmly on both feet and maintain a hopping motion with both feet. Ensure you keep a safe distance of at least 50 feet from the vehicle and wait until assistance arrives. To learn more, reach out to your local co-op for additional information.
In more important area news, thousands of Nevadans could lose their SNAP benefits under new federal work requirements taking effect this month, with veterans, seniors, and homeless individuals among those impacted.
Nevada Legal Services is warning that thousands of Nevadans could soon lose access to food assistance under new federal eligibility requirements set to take effect May 1, 2026. According to Nevada Legal Services, about 433,000 Nevadans currently receive SNAP benefits. Roughly 27,000 people may now be at risk of losing those benefits. The current changes come under H.R. 1, known as the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, which expands work requirements for certain SNAP recipients. Groups no longer exempt include veterans, people experiencing homelessness, former foster youths aged 18 to 24, older adults ages between 55 to 64, and families with children aged 14 and older. Those classified as able-bodied adults without dependents must now document at least 80 hours per month of work, job training, or community service. Without proof, recipients may be limited to just 3 months of SNAP benefits in a 36-month period. Nevada Legal Services say recipients who receive a termination notice have the right to appeal. They have 90 days from the date of notice to request a conference or hearing, and 13 days to ask that benefits continue while the appeal is pending. NLS Executive Director Alex Cherub says the organization is especially concerned about people with disabilities and seniors who may be unable to work but are not currently listed as disabled in state records. Nevada Legal Services is urging anyone who receives a letter from the Division of Social Services to read it carefully and seek help immediately. Those needing assistance can apply online at nevadalegalservices.org or contact their nearest Nevada Legal Services office.
Nevada Legal Services also warns recipients to act quickly if they receive a termination notice, saying missing deadlines or failing to provide documentation could result in the loss of food assistance. News 25 will be right back.
Hi there, it's Judge Michelle Fiore. When you elected me as your Justice of the Peace, my focus was simply the people of our community. Justice isn't just about punishment, it's about accountability, rehabilitation, and giving people a path forward, not just a jail cell. I know there have been headlines, and I understand how that can make some of you feel. Headlines don't tell the truth. I want the opportunity to speak with you one-on-one to answer your questions personally. Join me at one of my upcoming community events because I care about Pahrump and I care about you. Please vote for me, your judge, Michelle Fiore.
Got bills? Need some pay? Then come be a cowboy trucker at Ponderosa Dairies in Amargosa Valley. They're currently seeking experienced CDL drivers to haul hay, grain, and milk while earning up to $2,000 a week. This isn't a job, it's a career. Whether you hit the open road or drive around Nevada's biggest dairy, they offer a great wage, benefits, and 401k retirement package. If you have what it takes to be a good hand, isn't it time you ride for the brand? The beautiful Ponderosa Dairies are currently hiring qualified CDL drivers who have doubles and tankers endorsements as well as the ability to drive a standard transmission. If this is you, call Ed now, 702-682-3339. Once again, 702-682-3339. Send an email with your information to ap@ponderosadairy.com. Join the family at Ponderosa Dairy.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. If you're going through a divorce, dealing with custody or child support issues, or any other family matters, give us a call today at 775-727-9900. We have a team dedicated to protecting your interests and defending your rights. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and have received Best Attorney in Pahrump for the past 4 years. We're conveniently located to meet and provide you with a free consultation on your legal matter. So give us a call today. Again, 727-9900.
Loving your Valley Communications internet?
Now you can share it.
We're introducing our VCA referral program.
So when you refer a friend who signs up,
you get a free month of internet.
Good internet is better when shared. Refer a friend to VCA. When they sign up, you receive a free month of internet. Learn more about the referral program at valleycom.com. Valley Communications. Local, affordable, reliable.
What I love about serving my country is putting this uniform on every single day. While I'm away fighting for my country, my family is left behind to fight loneliness, school and job changes, and tight budgets.
For over 160 years, the Armed Services YMCA has made it our duty to protect our service members and their families who have already sacrificed so much. Their duty is to our country. Our duty is to make sure no military family is left behind. Learn more at asymca.org.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, in today's health news, as things are heating up, we're asking an important question. How much water should you drink in a day? Well, it turns out there's no one-size-fits-all answer.
A host of factors can affect how much water you need, including your age and your metabolism and whether you have any chronic medical issues.
With so many factors at play, Cleveland Clinic's Dr. Nye VS says it's best to simply listen to your body. Drink when you're thirsty, but also watch for signs you may not be getting enough fluids, like having dark urine or dry mouth. For a general guideline, strive to drink about 8 to 12 glasses of water a day. It's especially important to stay hydrated when you're exercising or spending time outside on a hot day. Dr. VS says making the effort to get enough water is important for our overall health and offers many benefits.
It's a good way to hydrate yourself and keep your organs flushed and perfused. It's a good way to maintain a good metabolic status, that you don't get dehydrated, sluggish when you don't drink enough water. Drinking enough water will also keep your kidneys hydrated as well, so you prevent kidney issues, kidney failure, kidney stones.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's take a look outside through our Lerner and Rowe WeatherCam at this beautiful May day. And we have some breezes in the area, and we can see some scattered clouds. But what does that mean for those temperatures? Are they on the rise, or are we on a roller coaster?
We love you, Pahrump. Thank you for making the Auto Plaza #1 in Nye County. We are incredibly grateful for your support and proud to be serving our community now for 20 years. Whether you're looking to replace or service your vehicle, consider this. We offer dozens of new GM models in cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus hundreds of the highest quality pre-owned vehicles for sale in Southern Nevada. Our all-star service team is here to keep your vehicle running in tip-top shape.
The factory-trained and ASE-certified technicians here can work on most makes and models, and we carry the latest in diagnostic and preventative maintenance tools to get the job done. Visit PahrumpCars.com to check out our current selection of vehicles, schedule a service appointment, or even order factory accessories for your ride. Don't forget to stop by the Auto Plaza and get a free alignment check before you hit the open road, or visit PahrumpCars.com.
We learn a lot from our families, like valuable life lessons passed down through the generations. Lessons that build healthy habits and skills, and a healthy awareness of potential dangers. Lessons like how to fix a leaky faucet or pipe so dripping water won't attract pests like cockroaches. And important things like gardening and caring for your yard by removing standing water, which will prevent disease-transmitting mosquitoes from thriving. How to clean up the crumbs when food spills happen, so your home won't become a magnet for mice or ants. You see, a pest-free home is a healthy home. And a healthy home is a happy home. When it comes to keeping our families safe, it's those little life lessons that make all the difference. For more information, visit pestworld.org.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Let's take a look now at our current weather conditions here in Pahrump, in Las Vegas, and throughout the Silver State. Death Valley's high today, well above the century mark at my lucky number 13. 113 today for the high, but they drop back down to the mid-70s overnight in the area. Las Vegas tops the century mark at 102 today, but we drop down 30 degrees to 72 overnight. And Amargosa's high today, 104, dropping down to 64 overnight. Beatty's high, 99 with a low of 61. Goldfield's high today, 87 with a low of 53. Tonopah tops out at 85, then dips to the mid-50s overnight. Carson City's high today, 88, but then they drop down to the mid-50s overnight. And the near-weather twins of Fallon and Fernley have highs in the low 90s today, then drop down to the upper 50s, low 60s overnight. Here in Pahrump, it is currently a warm 101, and we reached a high today of 103 degrees with winds out of the south at 16 miles per hour. Humidity is very low, only 6%. Sunrise was at 5:39 a.m. And tonight, we can expect an overnight low in Pahrump to drop down to 67 with winds out of the east-southeast at 8 miles per hour. Humidity increases a bit to 12%. Sunset will be at 7:40 p.m. And looking ahead to our 7-day local forecast, our temperatures are on a bit of a roller coaster. We're dropping down to the low 90s tomorrow for the high, then dipping down 30 degrees to 61 for the overnight low. Thursday's high will remain around the same in the mid-90s and dropping down to the mid-60s overnight. And it remains the same for the beginning of our weekend. Will be in the mid-90s and the low 60s overnight. Sunday, we take another bit of a dip, dropping down to the low 90s and low 60s overnight. It remains the same for the beginning of our work week and will creep back up to the mid-90s for the high and mid-60s for the low by this time next week. Well, it's going to be a warm one out there, no matter the mid-90s or the 100-degree mark and above. So please stay hydrated out there, drink plenty of water, and stay in the shade or indoors if you can. That does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. Thanks so much for tuning in. Good night.
Mom's Diner, the heart of Pahrump, is open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Something fun is always happening here, from the arrival of classic antique cars to watching the